What's up, guys? This is a special video just for those of you who came and attended for the talk we had on honesty last night. First, I just want to say thank you so much for coming along. It was a much bigger turnout than I expected, and a nice little going away prezi for me. So thank you guys for coming along, about participating or at least observing. I really appreciate it. So I wanted to do a quick video with you with some practical tips. We kind of didn't quite get there last night in terms of talking about all the practical tips. So I wanted to give you some that have worked for me. Building curiosity so that your truth is more accurate, and building courage so that you can be more honest. And then for those of you who are unfamiliar with Brojo, I'm going to talk a little bit about the resources we have and what's available to you, both free and paid, so that if you want to get more into this and dig deeper, you know where to go. So let's start with curiosity about getting more accurate. Like we talked about last night, you'll find that your truth is so much better received the more aligned to reality that it is. So the more accurate your truth is, the easier it is for people to accept. They won't all accept it, some will still hate it, but you'll be able to explain yourself in a way that makes sense rather than just raging and ranting, perhaps, which is still honest but not accurate. So I've made about 5 steps. 1. List out all the beliefs you have that prevent you from being honest. Okay, so think of all the situations where you switch to either hiding what you're feeling and thinking or deliberately deceiving someone, and write down why you do that. What is the belief that says I must not be honest here? So for example, if you're on a date and you don't tell someone that you're attracted, the belief is if I show attraction it will scare someone away. Right, that's the belief. Or if you don't confront your father about something, the belief is I must respect my elders, and that means hiding what I feel. So just sort of figure out why it is you do what you do. List all those beliefs. Once you've got them listed out, choose the ones that have the biggest impact on you and look for counter evidence. And what I mean by that is go and find proof that other people who don't believe this are able to act in a different way. So for example, I used to think you couldn't go up to someone you're attracted to and just say, "Hi, I'm attracted to you." And then I found videos on YouTube of guys doing this over and over again. So I found evidence that it can be done. I might think, it's impossible to confront your boss because then you'll get fired. Seeking counter evidence would be looking for the guy who does confront the boss and asking him, how do you see the world differently? I'm too scared to do that. How do you do it? So going out there and just looking for evidence that what you believe in is not true for some other people, and why is it not true for them? What do they know that you don't? Okay. Also, once you've already been honest, accuracy is about challenging what was said and what was done. So after you've been honest, you can revisit it with journaling and say, was that the most accurate truth? Let's say you tell your partner, "Oh, fuck you, you're being a bitch." And you go back and go, okay, was that the most accurate way to describe how I was feeling and what I was thinking? Was there more to it? Was there a more accurate way to describe that? And so, well, actually, it's not that she's a bitch, it's that I was very upset, and then she did a little thing that made me more upset. That would have been more accurate to say. And you can train yourself in honesty language like this, and we've got some great resources in Brojo to help you with that. Another tip, go and learn about cognitive biases and argument fallacies. Okay, you can Google both of these terms. There's some great videos on YouTube done by pseudo-psychologists and a bunch of people. Cognitive biases will tell you all about how your brain is so often wrong about the truth, and yet it feels right. Okay, why we believe things that aren't true, and how often we do this, and how human it is to do this. And argument fallacies, the kind of logic that we use to come to a decision, and how flawed that can be. Understanding this, learning about one new bias or fallacy each week, will massively enhance your accuracy as you'll learn to work around the inaccuracies that your brain has. And one of my favorite is get feedback from trusted sources. Not anybody, but people like the dudes in Brojo, or your coach, or helpful friends that have your best interests at heart, or mentors who are doing what you're not able to do, people who are more honest than you. Get feedback from them. What do they see you as? What do they think of your beliefs around honesty? How would they challenge you? That's how you enhance your accuracy. And as you enhance your accuracy, your language improves. As your language improves, it's easier for other people to digest it, okay, and be less reactive to it. So those are my tips for curiosity, to enhance your accuracy. Now, tips for courage. So this is sort of having the backbone, to be honest. First and foremost is just having confrontations. Doesn't matter how big or small they are. Every confrontation goes a long way. Every time you deliberately have a conversation where you're pretty sure someone's going to get upset, builds your character. It builds your resilience and strength to have those kinds of conversations. And the more of those kinds of conversations you're able to have, the more options honesty has for you, the more often you can be honest. So you can start small with safe people. Okay, you can start with somebody like maybe one of your best friends did something that annoyed you, and you know if you told him about it, he's not going to be a dick about it. But you just haven't told him because you don't tell anyone this kind of stuff. Go tell him. Start with him. Start with safe people. When you're comfortable with safe people, start moving into the ones who you think are going to be reactive. Another tip, reveal your emotions. Ultimately, all of this dishonesty stuff comes down to emotional shame. Okay, so get used to showing how you feel beyond the happiness range. If you're at a party and you're bored, say I'm bored. Say I'm angry. Say I'm confused. Say I'm antisocial right now. You don't have to explain yourself or give a big long-winded description. Just say, I am this. I feel that. And just let it out. I am stressed. I feel sad. Instead of pretending to be something else or staying silent, just add that little bit more. Do it all in small steps. Courage isn't about flooding. Like we talked about last night, you don't have to dive straight into the big stuff. You can start with little things. What's the little bit of honesty you can do today that's just a bit more than yesterday? A little bit uncomfortable, but not impossible, not terrifying. One of those a day, by the end of the year, you'll be a completely new person. Okay. Prioritize self-interest. Honesty is a lot about putting your needs first for everyone's benefit. If you take good care of yourself, then you're a better person to take care of others, right? So saying no to things a lot is often the key to self-care, right? Somebody wants something, you're like, have I taken care of my needs yet? No, I haven't. Okay, you're going to have to wait. There's a form of honesty there where you can have to say, I'm not ready to serve you yet because I haven't served myself. Okay, so learning to structure your day in a way where your needs are taken care of first and everyone else has to wait in a queue behind that. It's very difficult to do, requires confrontations and being honest with people, but it will put you in a position where you feel really powerful. And last is facing rejection by asking for what you want. There's a great TED talk, what's his name, Ji Zhang, I can't remember his full name, 100 Days of Rejection. If you search that on YouTube, it's the only thing that'll come up. This guy went and just got rejected for minor things once every day because he had a fear of rejection. He just asked for what he wanted, and most of the time people said no because it was ridiculous, and sometimes they said yes, which was really interesting. You can do this every day, just ask for what you want. Don't try to beat around the bush and go indirect, asking questions that hopefully lead someone to giving you what you want. Just ask for it directly, So those are my tips for curiosity and courage. You implement just a couple of those each day, and this accumulates over time. I didn't transition into an honest person overnight. I'm still working on it. Every day I'm looking for that opportunity to be a bit more courageous and a bit more accurate. Yeah. So, Brojo. So for those of you who are interested in going further with this kind of information, you want the kind of support, or you want to do it in the philosophical style of Brojo, let's start with what we've got going for free. So basically we've got a couple of blogs, we've got a YouTube channel, you're watching this video on that right now, subscribe below, that's the first starting point, all the free stuff comes through there. We've got a podcast, so all of this is located on a page, brojo.org/pubs, okay, I'll hopefully put that link below. Everything that we produce in terms of content that's free access to the public can be found on that page. Okay, and you can scroll through, you can use the search function to find different things, search for your topics, and you can just get a sense of our content, resources, we've got guides, we've got all sorts of stuff, books, everything. Okay, so start with the free stuff, have a look through, see if it works for you. Okay, and then you've got membership levels. Membership starts at $1 a month. Okay, and the $1 one gives you access to some of the members only content, which is our more advanced practical stuff. and also gets you access to our worldwide Facebook group, which is now members only. Okay, so you can talk online with other people who are similar minded working on the same stuff. Next level of membership is about 27 New Zealand dollars a month, and that's silver membership. And what you get on top of the $1 membership is you get recordings of the private webinars that I'll be running and have run in the past, and as well as that you get access to the Brojo University, which is this huge range of email-based self-teaching courses. We've got courses on honesty, we've got courses on confrontations, we've got courses on core values, we've got courses on journaling. Everything you need to kind of build yourself in your own time. And then the next level up is gold membership. Gold membership is 50 New Zealand dollars a month, and that gives you all the other stuff plus access to our live weekly events, or every other week, inner circles, and live event attendance at the webinars. Okay, so you can interact with me and the other coaches personally, and the other people in person for the Auckland events. So those are membership levels. I recommend starting with the $1 one, seeing how you feel, and bumping up if you want to do the more intense stuff. And of course, lastly, the most intense version of support we've got is one-to-one coaching. So Mike and I both do one-to-one coaching. It's a heavy investment. You get to work with one of us, just you and I, or you and Mike, and we dive deep into what it is that you need to be working on and help you adjust your mindset and choose behavioral changes that are going to make the lifestyle you want a reality, and guide you through things like how to be honest and how to build a social circle and all the other stuff that people love to work on. I tend to specialize in nice guys and people pleasers. Mike specializes in breakup recovery and relationships and social gardening. So depending on what you want to work on, you can get in touch with us. And that's it. That's everything we got, plus more somewhere. Books, online programs, there's all sorts of stuff going on. But get started with the free stuff, maybe the $1 membership. And once you're sure you want more, you can get in touch. Thanks again for coming along last night. I really appreciate it. And I'll be in touch with you all soon for more stuff. Cheers.